Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the November 23rd edition of Carolina Week.
I'm Chris Neal. You might see a little less money in your wallet next fall because of tuition hikes.
Jasmine Jones' term as student body president is at the halfway point. We'll take a look at her accomplishments.
In sports, women's field hockey, national champs for the second time in 3 years. And the way the soccer teams are playing, field hockey might have company.
Weathercaster Joe Belanger will tell us if we can expect a pleasant Thanksgiving holiday.
All that and how to keep your turkey from ruining Thanksgiving.
Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Tuition is going up again. Good evening, I'm Lauren McGaha.
And I'm Bethany Tuggle. The good news is the increase is likely to be less than System President Erskine Bowles had proposed. The Chancellor's proposed tuition hike is lower, and it's one step closer to being a reality. Chris Neal joins us from the studio. Chris, how are students responding to the idea of a 5.2% increase?
Bethany, as expected, students aren't too happy about paying extra tuition. But with the Board of Trustees approving Chancellor Thorpe's proposed increase, they might not have much of a choice. For many students, coming to UNC is a dream come true. In 2010, that dream could become much more expensive. For the fourth time in 6 years, UNC is raising tuition, and students, especially out-of-state students, aren't happy about bearing that burden.
Whenever you raise the cost of education, it's going to lower the amount of people who can afford to come here. So, it's simple economics. High price, lower demand. So we're going to get lower quality out-of-state students.
It's a little bit ridiculous because they're still cutting more and more classes. So it seems like the tuition increase isn't really going towards what it needs to.
Having artists like Fabulous came to campus, and I heard he was paid $50,000 just to show up. They could use that money to help more students come in instead of raise the tuition.
The Board of Trustees approved Chancellor Thorpe's proposed 5.2% tuition increase for all undergraduate students. This would bring tuition to $5,921 per year for in-state students, a nearly $300 increase, and $24,736 for out-of-state students, nearly $1,200 more than this year.
I'm happy with the 5.2%, and I think I've talked to the people on our task force, and they're okay with the 5.2%, so that's what we're hoping for.
I worked really hard to get in here and to feel like I'm being taken advantage of financially, or however, it's a bit disconcerting.
It's the #1 value in the country, and you look at the cost to go to Duke University, and it's less than half. I think they're really, really lucky to be at Chapel Hill.
The proposed increase still has to get approved from the Board of Governors and the North Carolina State Legislature.
Chris, why is an increase necessary, and what exactly would the extra money be used for?
The university has really been stretched this year because of the state's budget cuts. The tuition increase would bring an additional $4 million to UNC for things like financial aid and faculty salaries.
That's Chris Neal reporting live from the studio. Thanks, Chris.
And even with a tuition increase, administrators say attending UNC is still a bargain. With an increase of more than $1,100, the yearly cost for an out-of-state student would be more than $24,000. But that's the lowest rate for the nation's top 5 public universities. Number 1 ranked UC Berkeley's out-of-state tuition is just more than $30,000 a year. And UCLA's tuition isn't far behind. At UVA, out-of-staters pay more than $31,000 a year, and number 4 ranked University of Michigan at Ann Arbor tops the charts at more than $34,000 a year. That's almost $10,000 more than UNC's tuition, even with the increase. Interim Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost Bruce Carney says raising tuition is necessary to keep up with our peers.
What we're trying to do is preserve, if not improve and enhance, the reputation, the meaning of having a University of North Carolina degree.
Tuition funds become even more important when the economy slams the university's investments, like now. UNC's endowment fund has dropped nearly 20% in the past year. The UNC Management Company reports the fund lost $441 million between July of 2008 and July of 2009, leaving the fund total at about $1.7 billion. This loss could mean fewer scholarships and professorships, but Vice Chancellor for University Advancement Matt Kupek says students shouldn't see much of an effect.
Donors are still stepping up. They're still making gifts. They're helping out. That's the great thing about this place. There's such passion among the alums. They know we're tough times, and they want to make sure students are not affected.
QPEC says this increased donor support to the fund's recovery process should take only 1 to 2 years.
2 UNC seniors will pack their bags for Oxford, England next fall after receiving the world's most competitive honor in higher education. Elizabeth Longino and Henry Spellman are Rhodes Scholars. The scholarship funds 2 to 4 years of graduate study at the University of Oxford in England. It's worth about $50,000. Longino plans to earn 2 master's degrees in forced migration and comparative social policy. Spellman will work toward a master's degree in Greek and Latin languages and literature.
Graduating seniors are already starting to feel nostalgic about this place. UNC's General Alumni Association honored the class of 2010 and distinguished alumni during its annual ring ceremony Sunday afternoon.
This ring, you'll always be just a second away from the most powerful, the most comforting word in the English language. Home.
Symbolic words from resident guest speaker Freddie Kiger kicked off Sunday's ceremony. The 3rd annual event brought together many current university students as well as returning alums. A collection of alumni, including our own Roy Williams, shared school memories and an emotional video. Each graduating senior received his or her own commemorative ring.
Former student body president Eve Carson's legacy lives on. Carson, who was murdered in March 2008, had a vision for advancing education in the community. On Saturday, more than 2,300 students and community members helped further this vision as they took part in the 2nd Eve Carson Memorial 5K for Education. More than 150 volunteers from Pi Beta Phi and Phi Delta Theta organized the event, which raised nearly $30,000. Proceeds will go toward the Eve Marie Carson Scholarship and local elementary education. This semester is quickly winding down, and it's definitely been an eventful one here on campus.
It sure has, Bethany, especially for student body president Jasmine Jones. Jeremy Spearman is in the newsroom. Jeremy, how does Jones feel about her first semester in office?
Well, Lauren, she's pleased about where her administration is at this point, but stresses that there's a long to-do list in the spring.
Jasmine Jones is already halfway through her term as student body president, and just asked her how she feels about the year so far.
I think that we have accomplished a lot. I think that we have visibly made a lot of good moves this semester.
These moves are evident by all the completes seen on her platform in the student government office, but there's still a lot to do in the spring. Most recently, her administration faced the tuition battle, something she considers to be her greatest challenge this semester. All students face a 5.2 increase next year, and she says if she could have done one thing differently, it would have been to get the word out sooner about these increases.
And I think it's going to take some strategic planning, strong communication and conversations in order to look at how the increase is going to look for these next couple of years.
Jones plans to help the next student body president to act early in similar situations. Another high point for Jones this semester, the homecoming parade.
And what I think was most important, but probably not the most visible thing, but it was the relationships we formed. It took those relationships, and it took, our leadership to make sure that we established it, which will have effects for years to come.
She's talking about relationships with the Department of Public Safety, the Town Council, and other key leaders both at UNC and in Chapel Hill that helped make the homecoming parade a reality. As far as next semester, she hopes to have a plan in effect for post-game celebrations on Franklin Street by February, a plan that hasn't been popular among many students. She also hopes to increase student awareness for diversity programs.
Carolina does have a dedication to diversity, but I think we still have a long way to go.
But the biggest hurdle for the spring will be setting out to finish most, if not all, of her platform.
Next semester will be a journey and a half for me, but definitely it will be a good one.
Another positive thing is that more students are getting involved in on-campus activities, such as this weekend's Eve Carson 5K and Dance Marathon.
Okay, Jeremy, can we expect any new programs this spring, such as the Safe Walk program that started earlier this semester?
Yeah, Lauren, they're actually working on an online carpooling system, which is expected to save students time and money, and we should hear more about that in the spring.
All right, great. That's Jeremy Spearman in the newsroom. Thanks, Jeremy.
As privileged college students, we often forget the meaning behind the upcoming holiday.
That's right, Bethany, but one visit to a developing country can change a person's perspective. Coming up, we'll have that story.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig.
You ever think about buying a bigger place? Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy. There is no credit fairy. How else will I get a better credit score? Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it. No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
I present to you Algebra 2, Foreign Languages, and finally, Biology. Who among you will step up to their challenge?
Me.
Yeah, I'll do it. Me too. Sign me up.
Take on the tough classes now. You need them to prepare for college.
Heading into the Thanksgiving break, we realize we have a lot to be thankful for. None of us more so than those who recently participated in a humanitarian trip to Peru. Carly Stevenson has that story.
UNC professor Brian Billman and Catherine Burns started the nonprofit Moche organization. They desired to improve health conditions for residents of the Moche Valley. Students built latrines, conducted health surveys, taught prenatal classes, and held a health fair. Personal hygiene is a big concern. In a community with no sewage system, the people of Ciudad de Dios use personal latrines or simply go on the side of a mountain. But now there are 3 new latrines in place. Infant mortality rates are high in this part of Peru, so volunteers taught expectant mothers ways to ensure safe pregnancies. Students also surveyed almost 300 locals about health issues. The surveys will help them plan for a medical clinic in the Moche Valley.
I think it will have a tremendous impact. Like, the need for a clinic is really clear, and in terms of health assessments, I mean, that's just crucial for the design of the clinic.
At the health fair, a doctor, nurses, and students taught Peruvians about sanitation and oral hygiene. Kids raced to learn about nutrition and played with cornmeal and glitter to learn about germs. Paula Vasquez didn't just have a good time teaching kids about germs. She came back to campus with a renewed appreciation of what's really important in life.
I have gained a respect for poverty, and I don't think it's about feeling pity for people or anything like that.
And that's what gave her a greater appreciation for everything we have in this country. In Chapel Hill, I'm Carly Stevenson, Carolina Week.
Nourish International plans to build a medical clinic next summer in the Moche Valley.
Some people don't want to wait until Thursday to get Thanksgiving holiday started. Maybe you saw pilgrims and turkeys running through campus? It's that time again, time for the annual Turkey Trot. It's the 29th year that Marty and his wife Martha hosted this Thanksgiving run. To be able to participate, runners donate cans for the campus food drive. Runners dress up as Indians and even cornucopia. After the run, Martha and Marty, both professors at Carolina, gave away pies, grape juice, and even whole turkeys.
The holidays certainly mean tasty temptations that could cause you to put on the pounds. But there's a program on campus that could help you get off the extra weight. Get Fit from Head to Heel is a 10-week program centered on weight loss and physical activity to maintain a healthy lifestyle. UNC students and employees can apply for the program sponsored by Campus Recreation and Counseling and Wellness Services. The program isn't meant for people looking to lose just a couple pounds, though. It's more of a lifestyle change.
What you need to do is look at the choices that you're making and maybe make healthy substitutions in other areas.
The Get Fit program is currently enrolling for the spring semester. You can find a link to the application on our website, carolinaweek.org. Well, Lauren, it looks like this rain is never going to go away.
You know, you're right, and weathercaster Joe Belanger is here to tell us if we can expect the same dreary weather tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it was a really gloomy day out there today. Definitely a good day to take out the rain boots, walking through all those puddles on the way to class. Coming up after the break, though, we'll take a look to see how long you can expect the gloomy weather to stick around and if it will interfere with our holiday break coming up.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
These things we count on every day started as ideas. Ideas from the minds of African Americans. Support minority education today so we don't miss out on the next big idea tomorrow. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Hey, welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm weather forecaster Joe Belanger, here to take a look at your holiday week ahead. We've had a very rainy start to the first half of this week. We're hoping for that sun to come out by the second half of the week, though. Really would be perfect timing for that Thanksgiving Day forecast. For right now, though, we're going to look at the U.S. satellite picture. You can see that there's a lot of cloud cover over much of the country right now. Where the rain is falling for tonight, you can look at the U.S. radar picture, and you can see that the rain is falling up here in the Virginia area. It's making its way northward, so it should leave our area by tonight. A few spotted showers, but nothing to worry about too much. If you are going out, you'll still want to bring that umbrella just in case. There's a lot of cloud cover that's going to stay with us to Wednesday, which is a very big travel day. Looking at across the country, right here at RDU, we should be all right. The clouds will be here, but the rain won't. So that should really minimize any possible delays that we should have if you are taking a flight. If you're going up to the northern part of the country, though, that's where our biggest concern is for rain and snow. So expect delays going up that way. Back here for your Thanksgiving Day forecast, the western part of the state shaping up to be pretty nice. You can see Charlotte coming in at 63, Greensboro at 60, Asheville 56, partly cloudy skies. Really a great day to get out there, toss a football around, maybe go for a walk after that big Thanksgiving feast. On the eastern side of the state, not such as good news over there. You can see that we have 30% chance of rain. We have a system coming up the east coast that we're watching. Definitely going to make for more gloomy weather, mild temperatures, but more of a day to stay in, maybe take a nap after that turkey dinner or watch some of those football games. As for back here in our Triangle region, Chapel Hill, Durham, Raleigh, Thanksgiving Day, high of 64. We're just west enough to avoid that storm, so that'll be good. Partly cloudy skies. Again, a nice day to be out there to enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday. Coming up for tonight, you can see that we have some rain in the forecast, not as steady as we've seen Sunday night into today, but it will be out there with some cloudy skies, a low around 47. For tomorrow, you can see the clouds will remain with us. Patchy drizzle in the morning, maybe even a chance of sun in the afternoon, but overall we'll call it for mostly cloudy skies. And for your 5-day forecast, you can see that on Wednesday, that big travel day, 62 for your high, not too much to worry about with the rain. There's your turkey day on Thursday, it's shaping up to be pretty good. Friday, on Black Friday, if you're looking to go out to the shops, you're going to want to bring your coat as a cold front is coming through. High of only 55 degrees, but the skies will be pretty clear for that, so that's good to see. And then on Saturday, you can see that the sun is in full force for that UNC-NC State football game. Temp's still a little chilly, though, so bring that coat out if you are heading to that. Overall, guys, looking to be a pretty good second half of the Thanksgiving break for sure.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice holiday. Thanks, Joe.
You're very
welcome. Thanks so much.
No problem.
The UNC Star Heels are doing their part to help the university during tough economic times. The dance team's fall charity show raised more than $2,000 for the Carolina Annual Fund, a program designed to provide money for scholarships and research at UNC. The performances range from tap to hip hop to modern dance, each choreographed and directed by members of the Star Heels. The team performed for an audience of more than 400.
Well, guys, as usual, a lot of sports teams racked up even more wins this week.
That's right, but there was one team that shined in particular, right, Nick?
That's right, guys. The field hockey girls. Big things, big things.
All right.
And after the break, in case you haven't heard, the women's field hockey team earned the right to hang another banner in Francis E. Henry Stadium.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Fred.
Rad! Hey pal, you want to pay attention to the road?
Relax, man, I got it.
Look, my man, if your bad driving gets me killed, you better hope you die too, or I will haunt you silly. And I'm not just gonna float over your bed like, woo! I'm gonna be making a more annoying noise, like, ah! And instead of wearing those long white robes, I think I'll wear something more form-fitting and upsetting. The other ghosts will look and be like, wow, we've never seen that before.
A bright future starts with a healthy lifestyle. Good nutrition and physical activity are fuel for your child's mind and body.
Attaboy, Pinot.
And the food pyramid will help you find the right balance. Just remember, every color, every day.
Nothing can stop me now.
Eat right.
Here's an apple.
Be active.
Come on, I'll race you home.
Make it balanced.
This calls for a celebration.
A healthy lifestyle can lead to great things for your child. Visit mypyramid.gov to learn more.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends, friends to go out with on a Saturday night, friends to hang out with and do nothing, friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
Welcome to Carolina Week Sports. UNC, University of National Champions. It really couldn't fit any better. Just ask the field hockey team. Friday, the Heels took on the University of Virginia at Wake. UNC is going to be rewarded with a penalty corner, and Danielle Forward shoots and scores. Giving the Heels the lead, they win 3-2. We go into the ship. What? At the ship, the All-ACC Championship Sunday, UNC takes on Maryland. After a scoreless first half, Maryland's Nicole Morocco strikes first. Then Danny Forward again with the rocket. With less than 10 minutes to go, Maryland's Megan Frazier scores, Terrapins fans celebrating like they're going to win. Not so fast. Ilse Davids sneaks one past the goalie, tying the game, and we're not going to overtime either. Danielle Forward one more time with 12 seconds left. What a way to go out. National champions. The women's soccer team's success during the past 3 decades is literally unheard of. How about this one? 26 trips to the Elite Eight in 28 years. The Heels were at the doorstep all day Saturday against Maryland. Watch as Jessica McDonald splits the defense for one-on-one with the goalie, Noonan. That's sharp marked return to sender. McDonald would eventually rise up to get the assist on this strike by senior Casey Noguera in the 82nd minute of play. See ya! Noguera's 9th goal of the season and 4th game winner. Kiss the baby, nothing else to say.
It's kind of our play, and we try and flick it and get people running in, but there was no one marking me, so I just told her, throw it to me, so she did and caught him off guard.
Noguera and the team host Wake Forest this Friday afternoon, and the men's soccer team keeps winning too. Those Heels are on their way to the Sweet 16. Things got physical in round 2 of the playoffs against Brown. The UNC battled and had the defense spinning with their ball skills. Billy Schuler netted an early first half goal and just missed getting number 2 right there. But Alex Dixon came up huge with an easy one with a minute and a half left to seal a 2-0 win. North Carolina come on and raise up. Don't look now, but the football team is on its longest winning streak since 2001. The Heels improved to 8-3 with a win at Boston College Saturday, pushing them up the ACC Bowl totem pole. The team owes its past 2 wins to, surprise, surprise, Cam Thomas and the defense, which is now playing a lot of offense. Past 2 games, they've scored 4 of the team's 7 touchdowns. Here's Kendrick Burney. He took that one to the house. And Deontay Williams celebrated his 21st birthday with not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions, trying to get all the way to 21 on his 21st birthday, but he stopped at 3. The offense averaged only 2.5 rushing yards per carry, turned the ball over 4 times. There's a pick from TJ Yates. Now the rivalry game against NC State looms ahead, but Butch and the boys will be looking for revenge this Saturday after last year's 41-10 blowout. In order to get that revenge, the Heels offense needs to step it up. Guys, we can only hope that they beat NC State, but first, tonight we got men's basketball playing Gardner-Webb.
We look forward to it. Thanks so much, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
It's almost time to start cooking your turkey for Thanksgiving.
Coming up, we'll show you what not to do with the holiday bird.
If you have a story idea, contact Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27599.
My name is Emily, and in 7 years, I'll be an alcoholic.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults. So start talking before they start drinking.
I'm Jeremy Call, and I made suction tires. Wait. I used a rivet gun to connect the suction cups, and then I just connected it to the tire. I got the idea from an octopus because of the suction cups, and I don't know.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your invention at inventnow.org.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov and let the journey begin.
Thanksgiving turkeys are thawing, and I'm ready for the big day.
Me too, Bethany. And reporter Jordan Harris knows some cooking tips to keep you and your family safe this holiday.
Deep frying turkeys is a Southern Thanksgiving tradition resulting in a delicious, juicy turkey, or if done incorrectly, a fire. That was Cary Fire Chief Barry Jones showing the wrong way to fry a turkey. He will fry a turkey for his family this Thanksgiving.
It's a great way to cook turkey. You just, like everything, you just got to use a little common sense.
Before you fry a turkey this year, remember these safety tips from the fire department.
Your oil, as far as not getting it too hot, no more than about 350, 375, and you're perfectly fine. It won't catch on fire at that temperature. Make sure that the turkey's fully thawed and dried as much as possible.
Chief Jones remembers putting out several fires on Thanksgiving started by deep fryers.
The National Fire Association says accidents are 3 times more likely to happen on a holiday season. The Cary firefighters say they're ready for anything this Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving Day, we may not have one this year, but hopefully we won't. But I think people have gotten wiser.
If you're frying a turkey this Thanksgiving, remember to set up outside, away from a deck or garage. Keep the oil level low and below 350 degrees, and completely thaw out your turkey. In Chapel Hill, I'm Jordan Harris, Carolina Week.
You know, Bethany, I know a lot of people bake their turkeys every year, but my grandfather fries it every year, and I gotta say, I'm partial to the fried turkeys. Have you ever had it?
No, we're having it for the first time this year. I'm really excited.
Oh, you will not be disappointed.
Oh, good. That does it for this edition of Carolina Week.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.